we can go for a quick round of 2-line, 3-line introduction from each of them. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I will do a roll calling, and you can just give a 2 or 3 minute introduction about you, where are you coming from, and what enthused you to come to this course, what are you looking forward, and whichever language you want. Okay, so here we go. We start from Kathy.
Hello, my name is Khyati Avsare. I'm in 8th standard currently, and I'm very much interested in art. That's why I look forward for this session.
Okay, Kathy is from Mumbai. Okay, and Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm in the 12th grade. I'm in the UAE and I like art, so the course interested me.
Okay, Sarah. Liz.
My name is Liz. Currently, I reside at Federal City, Kerala, Anganwadi. I'm in grade 11. I like arts, so I took up this course.
Okay, so Liz and all are our regular graded student. Okay, Aditya.
Hi, my name is Aditya. I'm staying in Kuwait and I just recently graduated from 12th. That is by not writing the exam. So right now what I'm doing is like I'm making animations. I work on making animations and I want to use this class to improve on that because I'm trying to make films in the future, like study filmmaking. So I hope this class will be beneficial for that.
Okay. Aditya is also one of our first students. Last 3 years he's with trainer. Elisa.
Hi everyone, I'm Elisa and I like drawing. It's my hobby. I study in 8th grade. I'm looking forward to this session because I want to improve more on my sketching and learn more about drawing.
Yeah, okay. Elisa is again our regular student. Jahan.
Hello, my name is Jahan. I'm currently studying at 11th grade. I'm from Kerala, and as everybody in the section, I love drawing. As Aditya said, I want to be a animator, and I look forward to gain more knowledge from taking this course. Thank you.
Okay, welcome Jahan on board. Nivedya.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Nivedya and I live in Kerala. I study in 9th grade and I do like art as in drawing and painting. So I look forward to learning more about art in this course.
Yeah, so Nivedya is also our regular student. Krishna.
Hi everyone, myself Krishna. I'm in 12th standard, currently in Kerala, for temporary purpose. I'm waiting for my 12th board's result to come out so that I can move on from 12th. And the course, everything in this course were like pretty interesting. I'm planning to give an entrance exam, so I felt that all of the things in this course will be helpful for that.
So permanently where you are? Temporarily in Kerala?
Temporarily in Kerala, permanently in Mumbai.
Okay, okay, okay. So मतलब प्रोजेक्ट का आदमी है बट फिलहाल मेरा हमारे साथ है ठीक फाइन रितीश
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Rich. I'm currently residing in Oman and I'm in 7th grade. I study in Indian School, Muscat, and I'm interested in computer graphics, which makes VFX or and CG, all this stuff. So I think this drawing course will really help me in creating reference images or doing something like that, which will help really in CG.
You are studying in Muscat, and he is one of our very regular and one of the most active students of Greenet. Okay, Swaliha.
Hi, I'm Swaliha. I'm from Kerala, and I love to act and study more.
Okay, Swaliha, welcome. Athar.
Hello everyone, I'm Athar.
I just finished my 10th. Yeah, I'm residing in Kerala.
You have to tell why you are attending this course.
Oh yeah, I'm interested in design and fields like, yeah, mainly arts. So yeah.
Okay. Ayati?
I live in Mumbai and I want to join this. I mean, I'm interested in this course because I think I can relate singing. I like singing, so I can relate singing with art, with drawing.
Okay. Singing to art. Good. Rishikesh?
So I'm basically I'm residing in Kuwait. My name is Rishikesh Waria. I'm studying in FAPES TPS Kuwait, and I'm in 10th. Thank you. Yeah, and I joined this session because I like arts. Basically, I draw a bit. Plus, I watch a lot of YouTube videos about art, and I'm really interested in it. I want to know more about it, so that's why I joined this session.
Okay, so the Rishikesh is also a regular student, right? So unlike the other sessions where you switch off the videos once the presentation or art starts, don't do it here, because we would like to see. And this is not for questioning or screwing you kind of stuff. It is for good interaction with the person. Okay, so Nitin Kulkarni, who is the mentor today, he is in this domain of art for more than 3 decades. He currently teaches in NIFT Mumbai, and he writes articles regularly on design, aesthetics, and all in journals and newspapers and all. And he is in the teaching profession for a pretty long time. And he's a poet too. His collections are actually published. He is a good friend of many of us, Prajakta, and as many of us here, and they are as a friendship team, they conceived this course. And he has a lot of original contributions, original ideas about how art education is happening, how it has to be transformed. So we consider ourselves as really lucky to have a person like him to start off this course. Thank you very much for accepting our request, Mr. Nitin Kulkarni. Over to you.
Thanks for introduction. Nice introduction. So basically, this whatever introduction was given by Sir actually will tell you that how I am interested in many areas. And I am also interested in literature. I'm also interested in design, various fields of design. Then I'm also interested in various forms of art, music, films, animation. Some of you have already mentioned that. And basically how this thing happened with me, you will come to know when we will do these sessions. 2 sessions is very little time to really understand what I want to talk about, but it is always better to work in constraints. You understand what I am trying to say? That this is a constraint. Right now we are into pandemic. This is the biggest constraint, and we are sitting remotely in some other places and trying to connect and trying to interact with each other. This is also another constraint. And we have limited time to talk about so many areas. This is another constraint. But have you noticed that because of this constraint, there is one advantage? There is always one advantage which is connected to the constraint. And I think we should look at the advantage rather than the constraint, and try to expand our horizons through that whatever little we will get. So basically my intention here today is to interact with you freely, not like giving you some lecture or some kind of activity, some kind of rigorous training. I don't intend to do that, because I don't believe that art is technical only. Art has only technique in it. So I would like to know from your side also. I will talk about what I feel about art afterwards, but I would like to know from some of you what you feel art is all about. Just for a few minutes, we will have a conversation and then I will proceed further. So what do you think? Because many of you mentioned that this is an art course and that is your perception that you will be learning certain skills, certain techniques. So what is your take on what exactly you think art is? It could be a very silly kind of a answer, which apparently you may feel it's a silly answer. But that silly answer is required, you know, that silly approach is required. Silly doesn't mean, I don't want to ridicule that. Silly means different. Silly means something unique. Silly means something out of the way. That kind of perception is required. So if you have any that kind of a perception, I'm okay with it. Can some of you speak? Yeah, please.
For me, art is putting your thoughts into paper and just letting your thoughts flow into paper.
Okay, very interesting. Putting your thoughts on paper and allowing, what you said, the second line?
Allowing your thoughts in, like, flow.
Allowing your thoughts to flow on paper. See the kind of language she is using. And I would like you to write down whatever, you know, you feel, you know, interesting, which is being discussed over here. This is a very interesting line which she has given us, that thoughts, allowing your thoughts to flow on paper. This is a very wider idea, very wider concept which she's talking about. It is not only colors or lines or shapes, or she's not talking about that. So it could be, as the way she is saying, it could be a piece of poem also. It could be a simple statement also, or a simple name, creative name, which has been given to some film or some kind of artwork also. Am I right, Elsa?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So any other understanding or any other remark on what exactly art means to you?
So a passion for creativity and imagination.
Passion for creativity and imagination. Another very wider idea, very open idea. So when you say imagination, what do you mean by imagination? What is your understanding about imagination?
So like when we have a paper or a pen and I'm doodling in it, I doodle something which I imagine. So like that.
Okay. So your idea about imagination is linked with doodling, you're saying. So how do you really connect doodle with imagination?
I don't know, like if I want some particular pattern to be like this, I imagine that I'm somewhere alone and then I'm imagining of a pattern and then I just doodle in it. So it'll be mind relaxing for me.
Okay, so it is relaxing to you. It is something soothing to you. That is a very, appropriate idea, because everyone these days do some activities to relax them, to make them happy, to make them at ease from the burdens of life, right? So basically, whatever you are saying, even if you don't get a chance to say something over here, whatever you are thinking right now, please make it a note of it. What I understand when I'm saying that make a note of it, that I am not using a blackboard over here or whiteboard over here. that I am going to write everything on the board the way a traditional teacher does. Basically, whatever is appearing in your mind, right now, certain things are appearing in your mind, right? When you are looking at my picture, my specs, the blue reflection in my specs, certain cupboard which is seen, the top of the cupboard which is seen behind me. Yeah, the kind of person I must be, you must be gauging something, right? So I have a whitish beard. Whatever you're seeing on the screen, right? You are making a note of everything. It's not only the question which I'm asking, but also you're making a note of so many things. Ritesh has a very interesting curtain there behind him. You're Ritesh, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Ritesh has a very interesting curtain, and there is a light which is coming from behind. So apart from what he was speaking, apart from what he was talking, I was also noticing his background. Are you getting my point? In fact, most of the time I keep noticing backgrounds. Have you noticed backgrounds of movies? The dance sequence which happens in movies, have you noticed the background rather than the heroine dancing? Have you noticed something behind them?
Yes.
What is happening?
Yes, sir.
That what is happening behind is more interesting, isn't it?
So most of the times, yes.
Yes. And then that happens when you're watching the same movie for 3 times or 4 times. Then 3rd time and 4th time, you already know the story. So you would like to watch something more, something different, right? So those who have not done this activity, please do this activity. Watch a movie and don't watch the foreground. Or if you are really troubled by that, watch the movie first time. Watch the same, and it should be like, you should like that movie. Huh? You should like that movie desperately. You know, that is the condition. Then only you will do this activity. And then watch it once, watch it 2 times. And the 3rd time when you're watching, don't look at the heroine's face or hero's face. Look at what that other person or what is happening behind. So, sorry for digressing this. I will take you away from what is happening. This is my tendency. I will take you away from what is happening. Because what is happening in that area, most of the time is more important than what is happening in that, concentrated phase. I want you to concentrate right now on what you're speaking. But at the same time, you also supposed to notice what is happening in your mind. Are you getting my point? Maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying and you're troubled by that. And that trouble is there in your back of mind. Are you getting my point? Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are understanding.
Yeah. Aditya's this room is very interesting. Aditya, please speak something so we can see your room.
Yes, sir.
Very interesting. See, have you seen the window behind the blue color window? The way the entire, there are these, the iron is kept. Why that iron is kept here?
So it's always placed there.
You do your own?
No, I don't do it. It's always there.
Why you don't do?
That's all.
You should be doing, no?
I should be.
It looks like so interesting, yeah, that shape. Have you seen that shape? What I mean is, see, right now you are giving me answer that what is art, but art is not away from us. Art is here in front of me. Are you getting my point? So art is not, according to me, this is my, I jumped in, suddenly I jumped in into whatever you were saying. And I'm saying that art is not canvas. Art is not brush. Art is not paint. Art is not that pencil. Art is this, what is happening with me every day. Right now, something is happening with me. Though I am not in front of my canvas, I am into something right now. Very interesting. The entire group, the way you were talking about your own self, your passions, your interests. This is living, my dear. This is living. In a way, art is dead. Mona Lisa is already dead. People go and watch Mona Lisa after so many, glasses. It's like a big cascade which has been kept, and inside Mona Lisa has been kept. Okay, so let us continue. So art is, according to me, the experience. Whatever experience you're having, art is not out of that experience. Are you getting my point? Any experience, it could be any experience. It could be a filthy experience. It could be a bad experience. It could be a thing which is not to be looked at conventionally. Art, you may find art there. So art is, according to me, discovery. This is my whole, this is not like somebody has told me. This is my own discovery. This is my own understanding. Through my practice of poetry, writing, teaching, according to me, teaching is creative. Teaching is art. We are going to use these terms as synonyms, right? Aesthetics, creativity, art, these are used as synonyms, right? So you may be able to discuss these terms with other, eminent people, artists who are going to come and talk to you, the mentors. So just to open it up, we can have one more interpretation of art, and then we will move on to the topic. One more interpretation of art. What do you think art means to you?
Sir, can I tell it?
Yeah, please, Khyati.
There's a touch in life which makes the life more interesting to enjoy.
Very nice. Touches life so that the life becomes more interesting. Very nice. So basically, I will not, because we have less time, so I would love to talk to each one of you regarding this matter. But I would like you to write down quickly what you think about that. And next class, next session, we will start with that. What you have done, in the sense, what you have written down in your diaries or sketchbooks, whatever you are saying. Yeah. So basically, it's very interesting to see different perception about art, different perception about creativity, what you have, and we can build something out of it. So according to me, seeing is art. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? That unless and until we learn to see things, or rather learn to see, I am not going to say see things only, learn to see, because seeing is such a important faculty given to us by nature, by God, whatever you may call it. We are hardly using it. Do you believe that we don't see? Do you really believe that we don't see? I claim that we don't see. We just perceive, or we just name things. What we do? We just name things. I look at Rishikesh's photograph and I say, this is Rishikesh. I don't see Rishikesh, but I just recognize the Rishikesh. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? In daily life, what we do?
So we just note like these things are this, but we don't actually like understand or see it.
Correct. We don't go beyond recognition. And first thing you'll have to try to do, go beyond recognition. The thing is not what you call it. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? This may appear to you little abstract, little philosophical, but unless and until I communicate that to you in these words, unless and until you try to understand what I mean behind these words, are you understanding? My words are not important. Neither I am important, though I have been made important here. Okay, in order to impress that, okay, somebody who's going to come is important, so that you listen to that person. Otherwise, you will not listen to the person. So I have been made important. But go beyond importance. Go beyond the name. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? The moment I say duck, all of you saw duck?
Yes, sir, we imagined it.
You saw, no? I just took a name of duck. And you saw the duck, right, in your mind. That proves that we have an image associated with a word. And we call that education. What we do is we associate ideas or images with words. And that's all is our education, right? Those who try to go beyond that discover something new. That means when I say duck, if you can see a cloud, how many of you could see cloud when I said duck? No, no? Shati is smiling.
So when you said cloud, I imagined the cloud.
When I said cloud, you imagined the cloud, right?
Yes, sir.
So what exactly you did? Can you tell me? Did you really imagine or you thought about cloud?
I imagined a cloud that was in shape of a duck.
See how clever your brain is. Your brain, which is sitting there inside your head, is so clever, let me tell you. And you have to beat him, huh? You have to beat his cleverness. The day when you will beat his cleverness, you will be called as an artist. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Because we have been taught in a conventional sense. Because society doesn't want creators. Society doesn't want innovators. Society wants imitators. प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. सभी लोग अगर राजा बन गए तो कैसे होगा? कोई तो प्रजा होना चाहिए ना. I don't know whether many of you might not understand Hindi, but what I'm trying to say is that if everyone becomes creator, society doesn't want that, right? Society wants every kind of a person, and majority people, they want non-creative, so that they will accept whatever is given to them. Yeah. So in order to be creative, you have to question your assumptions. Now this is an assumption created by your brain that duck ऐसा होता है. उसका आवाज भी सुना होगा आपने. You might have listened to the sound of the duck also. Your brain is so clever. You might have also remembered Donald Duck. How many of you could remember Donald Duck? Tell me. The way he speaks. I hope in our generation, Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and those characters, Goofy, those characters were very, very famous. I don't know, maybe for you, Shin Chan is more famous. I don't know. But during our time, Satish sir also will vouch for me that during our time, the Donald Duck, the way he speaks in a very quacky kind of a manner, that was very famous. And we used to watch whenever there is, obviously during our time, hardly in a month once 5-minute cartoon was shown on television. There was no mobile phone, nothing where we could, or sometimes when you go to some movies, they will show us some kind of 5-minute clip. So what I mean to say is that why do you think this happens? Why do you think that when you take one word, some image appears in your brain?
Because we saw it or we remember it from somewhere.
Yeah, we have stored it. Our brain has stored it. Already there is a storage. There is a hard disk inside our brain. When a cue is given, when a cue means when a command is given, that will be retrieved. That knowledge will be retrieved, right? That image will be retrieved. Whatever images are there stored in your brain. And we call it knowledge. I know something. That means what? When I say I know, next time when you will come to class on Wednesday, you will say, I know this fellow, Nitin Kulkarni. Do you really know me? How can you believe, yaar, in my image? How can you believe in my sound? But your brain already has believed. Have you encountered me in reality? Have you seen my other family members? Have you really seen what I am doing in my own college? Have you really seen my websites and my Instagram account? Then how can you say that I know Nitin Kulkarni? When I said duck, you said, I know duck. So what exactly you know about duck? Only few things, right? Only few details, and you call those few details as the whole thing. Because we require that. Our survival requires that. I hope I am not taking a lot of time here because my entire PPT is still remaining. But I'm finding this interesting to converse. If somebody is bored, please tell me. Somebody is bored?
No, sir.
I am not teaching you drawing. So you must be bored, no? I'm not
Actually, no,
teaching
sir.
you how to draw Donald Duck. I'm not teaching you that. Then definitely you must be bored because we are interested in activities. We are interested in action, doing something and understanding something, isn't it? Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to say now? I say a mucky water on a road. Mucky water or muddy water on road. Have you been able to visualize? But are you being able to see what you have visualized? Literally see, I'm saying close your eyes and literally see the road, see the water flowing and see the color of water, which is muddy. Brown color, the way that, reddish brown color is seen. Can you literally see that? You can try that. You can close your eyes and try seeing what you are being able to see. Can you see that? It was little difficult, right? As compared to duck, it was little difficult. Am I right? Guys, you need to speak.
Sir, like the color, like properly seeing it, it was difficult, sir. Like we could just get an outline. Like I could get an outline.
Yeah, but duck you could see little bit in detail, right?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think this happens?
So because the muddy water has a lot of components in it, sir.
Huh?
So the muddy water has a lot of components in it. Duck is like.
Okay, but why? Because you have not noticed it. You have not seen it properly. Are you getting my point? You haven't seen the mucky water, the muddy water with a keen understanding. You don't like it, yeah? You don't like in life such things. If I will take my wife for a walk in rainy days, she will say, I don't want to come. The roads are so dirty and it's mucky, it's muddy. Do you like to walk on a muddy road? Tell me, who likes? Somebody must be liking, yeah, out of how many people? Out of More than 15 people are there, right? But duck you like, right? It's pretty, it's nice. So you might have observed the duck many a times. Am I making some sense? Guys, please tell me. Otherwise,
Yes,
I'm going to cry otherwise. I'm very emotional guy. If you don't like me, I'm going to cry.
Sir, let me look more attractive things than simple things.
Yes, because it is a convention. People told us, our parents told us, don't look at that, it's dirty, don't look at that. When I used to go and watch these, gutters, I like to watch gutters. Such a brilliant colors you see in them. But then my friends will say, "Arey, kya dekh rahe? Don't watch that, it's dirty." It's convention, right? There is society has created some convention. This is good, this is bad. This you should do in your life, that you should avoid. Even though you do some things, don't talk about those things to others. How willingly we accept our own self? We don't accept. So we don't encounter so many things in life. So first lesson is that we have to be open to everything. I hope you're writing down. Now I want you to write down this. We have to be open to anything in life without having any problems, without having any kind of inhibitions, without having any kind of a fear. Most of the time we have fear. Obviously, I don't want you to put yourself in danger. That is also sure. But that doesn't mean that the thing which you are going to encounter is always bad. So we have this concept of goodness and badness, right? Artists don't have that concept. They don't know what is good and bad. They are like small children. One day, I will tell you one small story. One day, my daughter, when she was small kid, one home lizard came down on floor and she started crawling towards her. I was the only one who was seeing this. Okay. Her mom was sitting doing something in the kitchen. I was noticing what she's doing. Can you imagine what she was doing? She was not scared at all. She was wanting to meet the lizard. She wanted to shake hands with the lizard. And she was about to hold that. Because as you know, I am a very crazy person. As a father also, I am very crazy. So I wanted her to encounter the lizard on her own. But suddenly, her mom entered. And her mom screamed of her life. Are you understanding the story? Are you getting the impact of the story? What has happened here? A child is about to encounter lizard. The way the lizard is, without having any kind of problems, and the elder screamed as if something devastating has happened. Something wrong has happened. And my daughter started crying like an hell. What has happened here now? Now see what has happened. We have put in the fear in the child's mind that lizards are dangerous. They should not be entertained. You should never entertain lizards. Do you also scare? Do you also fear lizards in your own home? Suppose there is a lizard on the wall. Do
Yes,
you like
sir.
do you like lizards?
No, sir.
No, na. So suppose tomorrow I will give you a painting, a picture to be made of lizard. What will happen?
So I'll more or less observe it from a distance.
Yeah. But at least you will try to go closer, right?
So yes, somewhat, sir. Not
Yeah,
to
try
not
to deal with your fear, right? Tomorrow I have to, suppose there is a picture of, suppose I have to, I have to do something with the lizard. So tomorrow I have to make an animation. Somebody was talking about animation. I want to make an animation of lizard. What will one do? You have to see, you have to encounter the lizard, right? In your life, you have to encounter the lizard. It's not like, अरे मेरे को सिर्फ ये करने का है, पिक्चर करने का है, इसलिए मेरे को स्टडी करने का. No, you have to encounter. So what I'm talking about is very, very different than whatever somebody might have talked to you about. What is the thing that we have stored certain knowledge in our brain in certain way, that suppose tomorrow I have to come up with something creative, something imaginative. What am I going to do? From where the imagination is going to come? Suppose tomorrow you have to search something from your computer, not internet I'm saying, I'm from your computer. Internet connection is not there. And you want to search angel, picture of an angel. And you're typing in your computer, search. Are you going to find angel? When are you going to find angel? Picture of angel? Internet connection is off, right? There is no internet available. You want to find a picture of angel, and you're typing that picture of angel as a word in your computer search. In which condition you will find the picture of angel from your computer?
If the picture is already saved in that name, angel.
Yeah, if it has been saved already, then only you're going to find it, right? Am I making sense? So first of all, you will have to build in that whole memory. And don't only build that memory the way people want you to build, the way you want to build that memory. What is your own unique understanding about lizard? What is that experience of lizard which you have, not seen? You need to see it. You need to encounter it. So you have to see your own fear also, without which you will not be able to encounter that. Ghibli movies. How many of you watch Ghibli movies? Have you watched this animation called Spirited Away?
No, sir.
Not watched? One Spirited Away. If you watch one Spirited Away, I am not required in this class. Spirited Away, you watch it and then you will understand, my God, what kind of mind-boggling, creations he has created.
Sorry, isn't about a small kid?
Yes, small girl.
Yeah. I was
who goes in, she goes in some town with a family, father and mother, and then they get lost in that whole dream world. And it's a very horrible world, actually. It's not a very good thing. But the way the whole picture, the way the whole story goes ahead, there is one character which is a combination of dragon and a dog. So the dog has been sketched and observed in order to create the head of a dragon. If you watch that movie, you'll understand, what is creativity, what is art. If you have conventional wisdom, that is called conventional wisdom, you will not be able to create something new, something unique, which people will love. What people love, tell me, what people like? Suppose I show you something and you like it. Why do you think you like it?
Something that you haven't yet.
Yeah, Elsa, first you tell. Yeah.
Something that you haven't seen yet. You discover.
Yes, something you have not discovered, something which is unique, right? Who else was talking? Jahan?
So even if it's something seen, like it's your own idea, it's something different.
It's unique. The presentation of it is unique, right? So when do you think that uniqueness will come? If that uniqueness is not there in you, it is not stored in you, it is not there at all in you. Because Einstein already has said that you cannot solve the problems. You cannot solve the problems with the things which created the problems. Isn't it? Einstein has said this. You cannot solve a problem with the same things with which you created the problem. You have to have a new set of things in order to solve the problems, right? So where are those new set of things? Do you imagine that those new set of things will come to you when you open Camlin watercolor bottle? Are those new things going to come to you when you will sharpen your pencil in such a pokey way that you will be able to poke into someone's body? Are you going to just get that kind of idea, that kind of uniqueness only by sharpening the pencils? So according to me, in art, education, only the half thing is taught. Only 50% of the things are taught, which is how to sharpen your pencils and how to paint pictures and how to make good craft, how to cut mound board properly.
Yes.
How to get an idea, how to get a unique idea, that is art. वो तो manage कर सकता है. We can manage cutting, we can manage painting. Today, tomorrow's day, the machines are going to paint pictures. AI is going to come and paint pictures. Already AI has started writing poetry. Already AI has started writing articles. No human beings are required for writing articles. So do you think that the skill is important? It is. I'm not denying the fact that skills are important. Definitely, yes, at a certain level, they are important. Because whatever is there in your mind, how will you put it on a piece of paper? In order to understand that, skill is required. Okay. But only skill cannot be acquired in order to give new ideas. It goes hand in hand. When you see something, when you paint something, so it is like questioning. You are questioning what you're seeing by painting or by drawing on a piece of paper. If that questioning doesn't happen, if this kind of a process, I have been since more than half an hour, I am trying to do something with you. If that doesn't happen, you don't really discover your own ways to look at things. That is not going to help you. And it is very clear that what you were imagining as duck or as murky water was your thought about those things. Thought is not going to help you. I think that I am going to become a big person tomorrow. Is that thought going to help you? Never. Thoughts are very, very immaterial. Because thoughts are imaginations, only imaginations. Imagination within reality, with reality, is going to transform, is going to change something. Just imagination is not going to work. Entertainment industry, imaginations work. But unless and until they put that imagination in real context, you are not going to relate with it. You will not be able to relate with it, right? Those emotions, the way they show, right? So do you have any kind of objection on this approach? What this fellow is doing? Since this class has started, we were imagining that he's going to teach us something very brilliant today, and he's just talking and talking and talking. And trying to say that what we are doing is not right. Please speak up. Otherwise, I'm going to cry.
So basically, so you are telling us to act and think outside the box, right?
I am saying that there is no box. This is a very wrong thing which has been percolated in the industry, that out of the box, because industry has a box, no? Suppose I'm a manufacturer of pizza. I cannot think beyond pizza, right? I have to sell only pizza. So they already have a pizza box. But you guys don't have a box. If you have created your box already, I am asking to break that box. Are you understanding? Or before breaking the box, try to understand how big the box is. It is made out of cardboard or wood or metal. Whether in order to break it, how to break it, whether to hammer it or whether to burn it. You need to understand that first. Means suppose you tomorrow want to draw one image of duck. First of all, you have to dig into your own mind. What exactly is duck according to you? And you will start realizing that what you know about duck is far, 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 far away from it. Because it is your idea. You have stored what you have stored. It is your idea about the duck. I will tell you one thing. Just seeing a dog from the outside and living with a dog, sleeping with a dog, taking the dog on the walk, treating the disease of the dog, feeding the dog. Do you compare these two things? I am just seeing the dog from distant, and I am living with the dog. Dog is living with me in my house. What is the degree of experience? What is the degree of closeness? So the box which is there, according to your analogy, the box in your mind, the way it is there, of that person who is looking at the dog from distance, and the person who has dog in his own home, do you think that the box of the person who has the dog is slightly larger? Yes or no? Chati, Elsa, Bolo.
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding? If it is difficult, please tell me. If it is difficult to understand, tell me. This is very important. I have to say it that it is very important. Then only you will.
So you're saying that is someone who has a dog has more understanding of the dog, right?
I'm
Other
not
than-
saying, yeah, understanding. Yes. Yeah. And that understanding comes from where? Experience, right? Affinity. There is a certain affinity, right? There is a certain empathy. Yeah. After today, I am going to have a empathy for Jahan because I saw him. He wears specs. I also wear specs. So there is a certain affinity, right? He also likes floral print. I also like floral print. Yeah, there is a certain closeness. So unless and until whatever subject you want to draw or paint, unless and until there is a affinity. I am not talking about drawing as a shape. I am talking about a very different thing. There has to be a involvement, right? There has to be a certain connection, right? So first lesson to all of you is that you need to establish better connection. Now, what is this better connection? The connection which is not merely functional. We understand things only as we recognize things because we want to do something with the things. We call teacher because he is teacher. We don't say our teacher is a human being. Do we say that? We say this is teacher. Okay, Nitin is teacher. The moment you will start looking at that one thing which you have already fixed in your brain from a different point of view, from a different angle, the things are not going to change. You will keep doing the same thing with the same thing because the way Einstein said, you have to change your thinking in order to solve the problem, right? Suppose you want to solve the problem that this is pandemic today. You want to solve it. Can you use the same thinking which you're putting rubbish on the road, you're making the nature, you're creating devastation in nature, you are not taking care of water. Can you keep doing the same things after pandemic?
Yes, sir.
Don't wear mask. Can you keep doing the same thing after pandemic? You need to change your thinking, right? In order to solve the problem. So what I'm saying is, we have to learn something. We feel as if we can go in the class and learn something with only skill. Not going to happen. We have to first lesson to all of you is that we have to question the way we look around, because when we see anything, that is the first encounter of learning anything. Am I right? And I will give you some activities to do and you can come back. Activities are not related to any mechanical drawing. Please take guaranteed. I am not going to give you any activities for drawing something. So basically these activities are going to give you this approach of, basically questioning, seeing something afresh, etc. And the exercises which I'm going to give you now, please try to do the exercises and come back with some notifications, some notations which you would like to make on this particular thing. Now I want you to search for an ant. You understand what is ant? You have seen ant, no?
Yes, sir.
So I want you to search for an ant and observe the ant.
Okay, sir.
Look at the ant till whatever time you can, because I'm very sure the ant is going to make you tired. Either she is going to vanish somewhere, or and in the certain urbanized societies, because of the pest control, ants don't come only. So this is the biggest task I'm giving you, to search for an ant. Ask your mom, she will know where the ants can be found.
So,
yes.
So can ants be found in Kuwait? Like, I have not seen any.
I have never seen an ant
In
here.
Kuwait is very difficult. Yeah. But still try to find out if you can get some ant somewhere.
Okay, sir.
And you're supposed to, please don't use your mobile phone. Please don't. When you're looking at an ant will get annoyed with you. She's very sensitive. She doesn't like mobile phone and camera and this and that, and flashes and all that. Don't take any video. Don't take any kind of a picture. You are supposed to look at ant. Got it? And you tell me what was your experience, and you write down what you saw. The second exercise is you have to close your eyes, sit in a quiet place, and now imagine that the ant has started walking on your body. What is the exercise? Can somebody tell me? Rishikesh, tell me what is the exercise?
So after you observe an ant, like you're supposed to close your eyes and imagine that ant like moving on your body.
Yes. She has started walking. Suppose you are standing. She has started crawling from your feet. Slowly, she is covering your entire body. You are very excellent in imagination. In the beginning, when I said duck, everybody could imagine duck, right? Now I want you to imagine that. Now this imagination you might not have done before. Am I right? So suppose this ant is walking on your body, entire body. You're supposed to see it, visualize it yourself within your own mind. Are you getting my point? And then write down what did you experience. It could be anything. It could be anything. I don't want you to create an artwork. Definitely no artwork. I'm not going to be happy when I see some fabulous looking artwork. Not at this stage. I want you to write down whatever you felt, and in a simple language, not in a very flowery language also. In a very simple language, write down what was the experience of looking at an ant. If in Kuwait, suppose you don't find ant. You could not find ant after even 2 days. Sorry, there is only 1 day in between, sorry. So tomorrow, if you'll not be able to find ant, is there anything natural available there which crawls or which moves?
So, to my knowledge, sir, nothing.
So there are house flies.
House flies are not there in Kuwait.
Yeah, house flies are there, sir.
House flies are there, but nothing that crawls.
Okay, then housefly will fly. So you can change that exercise a bit. You can watch the fly flying.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then sitting on your body. In the second part, the fly is going to sit on your body, and now sometimes she's going to fly, and sometimes she's going to crawl. Sometimes she's going to fly, sometimes she's going to crawl. So this change you can make according to the kind of creature which is available with you, the kind of insect which is available with you. The ant could be a bigger one, ant could be a smaller one, any kind of a species, red one or black one or whatever. In Kerala, you will be able to find a lot of ants. I'm very sure about it. Am I right, Keralites?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And for even Navi Mumbaikars, we have ants. Not maybe in our homes, because everyone will kill them by pest control. But if we go down, we will be able to see in the soil some ants. Yeah. So how do you find this activity? Is it interesting, exciting, or no?
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting, no?
Yes.
If you don't find this interesting, then you can tell me now only.
No, sir. It's
We have to be very clear, huh? No, I am not going to feel bad about anything. Everyone wants to do this activity? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
An ant before, so it will be fun to follow an ant and see what he or she does.
Yeah, follow ant. Yes. Very interesting topic. It's aimless, you know. It's like nothing interesting in a way, but there is interest in the way you will do it. See, the way you discover it, maybe there will be something new in it. I don't know what that will be. That is going to be your own experience, right? Your own discovery. I want you to do that and come next time. I am going to show you a lot of pictures and PPT and all that. Though I was ready today, I decided not to do that because it becomes so theoretical and it becomes so, you know, again, I am going to put something in your box. I don't want to do that, no? So all of us are on the same page. Any questions? Please ask questions if you have any.
Sir, but it will be very weird to imagine an ant walking on our body.
Then imagine butterfly. Yes. Anything which you like. You like butterfly?
Sir, I had a doubt, sir.
Yeah, please ask.
So whatever like you're imagining is crawling on your body, you should write like how you feel it, right? How you feel.
Yeah, what was the whole experience like? And you're free to imagine the way you want, you know.
Okay, sir.
You're free there, right?
So how many lines do we need to write?
Any amount of lines or words, anything. See, this is not your class, yeah. This is not your, you know, school where I'm going to specify these many words or this or that. Some notification, some expression has to be given on a piece of paper so that we will be able to remember. We will be able to talk based on that, and you will be able to do something with it later on. Okay, guys, bye. It was nice interacting with you all.
Same, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye.